I'm 106 years old, and everybody asks me, Sal, what's the secret? How do you live so long? How are you so happy? They think I'm going to say olive oil or wine or walking every day. I do all those things, sure, but that's not the secret. You want to know the secret? Come closer. I'm going to tell you something that took me 100 years to understand. The secret is you choose. Every single day you choose. Joy is not something that happens to you. Joy is something you decide. And most people, they never figure this out. They wait for life to make them happy. They wait for the right job, the right person, the right moment, and they die waiting. I didn't wait. I decided. And that's why I'm still here, still laughing, still grateful for every single day. Before you think I had an easy journey through this life, allow me to share with you some of the profound challenges I faced and overcame. My early years were shaped by loss and immense struggle. My beloved mother passed away from tuberculosis when I was merely 5 years old, a memory still hauntingly vivid with the image of her coughing blood into a handkerchief. This tragedy set the stage for my father's desperate hope, bringing me to America in 1928 when I was just 8. We arrived with only $40 between us and not a word of English, settling into a crowded existence on a floor shared with 6 other souls in the bustling neighborhood of Bensonhurst. From the tender age of 10, I began working tirelessly alongside my father, making shoes until my fingers often bled, learning the harsh realities of perseverance and survival firsthand. Then there was Anna Maria, my first wife, the most exquisite woman I had ever laid eyes upon. She possessed raven black hair, vibrant green eyes, and a voice that resonated with the sweetness of music. For 9 beautiful years, we built a life together, filled with laughter and love. However, the capricious hand of fate intervened on a particular afternoon, June 14th, 1951. Anna Maria, just 28 years old, had gone to the roof to hang our laundry when a sudden brain aneurysm tragically claimed her life, leaving her gone before she even reached the ground. I was 31, with 2 young children, completely adrift, and without any idea of how to navigate forward in a world that felt suddenly shattered. The profound grief was almost unbearable, pushing me to a point of intense anger towards God, towards life itself, towards everything that felt so terribly unfair. For about 6 agonizing months, I was undeniably the angriest man in Brooklyn, my frustration spilling over onto customers, my own sister, and robbing me of sleep and appetite, causing my precious children to shrink in fear from my presence. But one night, my daughter, Lucia, no more than 5 years old, approached me, her little face streaked with tears as she softly asked, "Papa, why are you so mad? Did I do something wrong?" Looking into her innocent eyes, seeing this beautiful little girl who had already lost her mother, believed my anger was her fault, forced a stark realization upon me. It was then, in that poignant moment, that I made a crucial decision. I could continue to be consumed by anger, or I could choose to be the father my children needed. Anna Maria, may God rest her soul, had married a man who made her laugh, not an angry one. And so, I resolved to honor her memory by embodying the man she fell in love with, determined to bring laughter back into my children's lives. This path wasn't chosen because the sadness evaporated. It was a daily companion for years, but because I consciously decided that sorrow would not be the sole legacy my children inherited. They too would witness joy, and they would see their father choose life amidst adversity. This leads me to a fundamental truth. Hard times do not inherently define us as hardened individuals. We retain the profound choice of what those experiences ultimately forge us into. My resolve was tested again in 1978 when my beloved shop, the culmination of 26 years of diligent work, the very foundation I had painstakingly built, vanished in a single, devastating night. I stood on the sidewalk, a witness to 60 years of my family's tireless labor dissolving into a heap of ashes at the age of 58. For a moment, I truly believed this was the point of no return, where giving up became the only conceivable option. So, when people speak of hardship, know that I understand it intimately. But equally important is this profound insight. Such trials do not possess the power to make us harsh and unyielding, unless we choose to let them. Instead, we possess the remarkable ability to shape what those trying periods make of us. And so, when you are grappling with your own struggles, perhaps mourning a loss, enduring a setback, or feeling utterly defeated. I won't pretend that it doesn't sting. Indeed, it hurts deeply, and you must allow yourself to feel that pain fully. However, and this is the vital part, after that necessary period of acknowledging the hurt, you then get to choose what comes next. No one else can make that transformative decision for you. Life, in its beautiful unpredictability, then brought me Gloria. It was 1990, and I was 70 years old, having spent almost 4 decades without the companionship of a woman. I attended a church potluck, I confess, primarily drawn by the allure of a good lasagna. And across the room, she was there. Her laughter was infectious, causing her entire face to illuminate, and in that instant, I realized it was the most beautiful sight I had encountered in 40 years. Her name was Gloria Washington, a black woman of 62, a retired nurse. When I summoned the courage to walk over and speak with her, it felt as though the entire room, forks paused mid-air, watched us with bated breath. An old Italian man and a black woman in 1990s Brooklyn certainly garnered stares, the sheer magnitude of those looks. My own son, Enzo, withheld communication from me for 2 full years after Gloria and I married, convinced I was disrespecting his mother's memory, worried about what the neighborhood would whisper. My reply to him was simple, yet firm. Enzo, I love you, but I spent 40 years alone. I'm 70 years old now. I found someone who makes me laugh, truly laugh. If the neighborhood disapproves, then the neighborhood can go to hell. And this leads me to another invaluable lesson, a piece of wisdom I sincerely hope you grasp far sooner than I did. Stop caring what other people think. There comes a moment, ideally long before you reach 70, when you realize that the opinions of others hold no power to harm you. The only way their judgments can cause you pain is if you choose to internalize and believe them yourself. Gloria and I shared 33 extraordinary years together, each one a precious gift. She passed away peacefully last January, in her sleep, at the age of 95. I held her hand throughout that final night, and I continue to miss her presence every single day. Yet I know without a shadow of a doubt that she would be furious if I allowed myself to cease laughing. She would undoubtedly declare, "Sal, don't you dare sit around wallowing in self-pity. We had 33 years, which is far more than many people are blessed with." And she is absolutely right. So, for her, I persist in my laughter, carrying her joy with me. Today, what truly makes me happy is simple and profound. The aroma of coffee in the morning, the way the light filters through my window, the Sunday phone calls from my 7-year-old great-granddaughter, Sophia, the comforting taste of good, crusty bread, the soulful strains of Italian music, the warmth of my bed, even the fleeting, kind smile of a stranger encountered on the street. This short list encompasses my entire contentment. I don't yearn for a luxurious yacht, a grand mansion, or anything I don't already possess, because my true needs are already abundantly met. And here lies the secret within the secret. I could have discovered this very same happiness at 30, at 40, or even at 50 years of age. But back then, I was too preoccupied, too consumed by the relentless pursuit of things that ultimately held no real meaning. I was perpetually worried, perpetually afraid. This brings me to the third and arguably most crucial lesson of all. Genuine happiness is not some elusive prize waiting at the finish line of accomplishments. It doesn't magically appear once you land the perfect job, acquire a dream home, accumulate a certain amount of money, or achieve any other external milestone. Instead, happiness is unequivocally right here, right now, woven into the fabric of the life you already inhabit and the simple treasures you already possess. The challenge, however, is that you must consciously open your eyes to truly see it, as most people inadvertently walk right past it, day after day, year after year, oblivious to its quiet presence. So tonight, once you've finished engaging with this story, I urge you to perform a simple yet powerful exercise. Find a quiet moment to sit down, look around your immediate environment, and identify just 3 things for which you are genuinely grateful. Don't strain to find grand, life-altering events. Focus instead on the small, unassuming aspects of your existence, the loving gaze of your dog, the joyous sound of your children's laughter, or the mere fact that you can draw breath without a conscious thought. Begin there. Gratitude, you see, is very much like a muscle. It requires consistent exercise to grow stronger and more impactful in your life. And if you commit to exercising it daily, I can promise you, with the full conviction of my 106 years of experience, that your life will undergo a profound transformation. I am 106 years old. I experienced the loss of my mother at 5. My first wife was taken from me at 31. My shop, my livelihood, burned to the ground when I was 58. And just last year, my beloved Gloria passed away. By all conventional measures, I should undoubtedly be the saddest man on this planet, but I am not. This is because every single morning, as I awaken, I offer a simple prayer of gratia God. I express profound thanks for one more precious day and ask, what beautiful thing are we going to do with it? That, my friends, is the secret. That is the entirety of it. You choose joy. You choose it every single day. You choose it not because life is perpetually easy, for it is undeniably hard. You choose it not because misfortune never strikes, for bad things happen with distressing frequency. No, you choose joy precisely because the only alternative is to embrace misery. And misery, let me assure you, is an utterly tragic waste of whatever precious time you have remaining on this earth. My mother, even though I was only 5 when she said it, shared a profound truth I carry with me still. Salvator, life is truly beautiful if only you learn how to look at it rightly. I confess I did not fully comprehend her words then, nor when I was 30 or 50 or even 70. But now, at 106, I finally understand. Life is beautiful. It is not perfect, but it is unequivocally beautiful, embracing all the pain, all the loss, and all the relentless hard times. It is beautiful, and you are given but one such life. So please, stop postponing your happiness. Stop waiting for every circumstance to align perfectly. Choose joy now, today, while you are still here, empowered to make that profound choice. That is truly the secret to a well-lived life.